I had really fuzzy regrowth and
lots of interesting bandanas.
trying to sort of push it down and trying to fit into this new environment and make new friends. And Helen was one of those new friends. She didn't seem to judge me based on my fuzzy head, so that was nice.
I mean, we all laughed.
We were both starting our new careers after university, and so I went through some more treatment and luckily came out the other side. And yeah, and then you started to get sick.
I took the baton. I had some melanomas and had some lymph node surgery, and it was pretty tough going at the actual time. So like quite a long recovery period for me because I had a few complications. But yeah, I just remember I remember us going out for my birthday not long after my surgery, and you know, it's just nice. It was nice to hang out with somebody that knew like what it felt like. Like we both know how it feels to have scars, and to obviously deal with people's reactions when they do ask about the scars as well, because people aren't always discreet, or you know. Also with relationships, we discuss it quite a lot. Like when do you talk about it? You know, especially when you've got such obvious scars as what we do. Yeah. You have, you know, and then it's always a mood killer. Like, nobody wants to be talking about that on like a first date or something. And then you sort of start thinking, oh God, what do I wear on the date so they don't see the scars, or should I wear them proudly and then have to deal with the questions? And I think it's given us, like, we both love travelling and going on holiday and experiencing new places, and I think that probably stems a little bit of having, not that I ever had my mortality into question, but it obviously does throw up those questions a little bit. So I think that sort of cemented our friendship as well.
Well, I think Helen probably wins in terms of like how much looking after she's done, because the first chemo that I had this time around, Helen and I both really liked red velvet cake, and so before I had chemo, Helen bought us this really nice red velvet cake, so we shared it. And we were like very reluctant to share with anyone else. I had visitors and we were like, we just hid the cake. We're like, no, the cake's for us. And there's no cake. And unfortunately, obviously with the nausea from the chemo, that night Helen stayed over. Unfortunately, we saw the red velvet cake again.
In its full glory. Repeatedly.
Yes, a lot. Which obviously caused some concern because it was bright red. I didn't have to do anything or say anything. As soon as I sort of had a little bit of a rest, Helen took off the bowl and dealt with it. And then July in 2015, and I had one of my surgeries, and it was the hottest week on, I think, record since records began, and there was no air conditioning in the hospital, so Helen was trying to source like ice creams and ice lollies and trying to help fan me down, and you know, so it was that kind of stuff. But just bothering to come to the hospital because it was just like a sauna. Yeah, just being company.
I was tempted not to.
So over the years, we've had this thing about who gets the cookie.
So like various years of different sort of surgeries or
yes,
tough times. So Lucy definitely gets the cookie right now. But then maybe a few years ago, I got the cookie. So yeah, that was good times for me. Kind of.
No one wants the cookie.
No, we actually don't want the cookie, but
you don't want the saddest life that you, or the worst things happening, to be awarded the cookie. But
no.
Yeah, 2017. I get the cookie.
Definitely.
And I, as we've said before, like, I actually don't want anyone else to have the cookie, because that means that something bad is happening in their life.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I would take the cookie from you if I could.
Maybe we could just eat the cookie and then it'd be done.
Yeah, just end the cookie situation.